And I'll just like kind of go over some like practicing tips, like how to prep your hair. And then we'll go through the actual process of like wrapping our hair, and we'll mirror each other, and I'll just make sure we get it down, it feels secure, and it's not going to slide off again while you sleep.
Okay, perfect.
Cool.
I showered like 2 hours ago, so this is like au naturel.
Nice, nice. You have a lot of hair. It's thick.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, cool. It looks good. And what I normally recommend doing is to wait for your hair to dry completely and then to lightly dampen it your level down. Since you have shorter hair, it's honestly fine because you're going to need more grip. So it's okay. It's a little bit more damp, but that's just something to keep in mind.
Okay.
Do you use any products normally? No. Okay. I was going to say, if so, you can always put them in like you normally do. And one last question for you, Victoria, is where are you calling in from?
Ottawa.
Canada.
Canada, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, got it. So it's colder, not so humid is my guess. The humidity is not.
Correct. There's snow on the ground right now.
Oh my goodness. Wow, it's winter. Cool. All right. I'm in
Yeah.
Puerto Rico. I'm in the Caribbean. So at the moment, and
Oh, nice.
it's very hot. Very humid. So different tips for that. But cool.
Yeah.
That shouldn't affect anything. Awesome. All right. So we can just jump into it. We'll want our hair like brushed and parted into two sections and brought to the front. So we have two sections in front, more or less brushed. I haven't put mine in yet today, so I'll do it with you. Completely.
I'm just going to brush with my fingers because my brush is upstairs.
That is totally fine. And does it still feel a little damp?
Yes.
Cool. All right, good. That's what we want. Awesome. Now we have the curling headband and we have two scrunchies. I recommend putting the scrunchies on your wrist so that they're ready to go.
Okay.
Awesome. Now with the headband, I like to start by folding it in half so that the ends are even. And while you're folding it, you'll notice there's like a wire all along one side. So you're going to get it in the middle. So now when we put it on our head, we're going to want that crease. It'll just like sit naturally right in the middle of our head, and the wire should be facing forward, not backwards. Okay. If it's facing backwards, it'll feel like it's sliding off. So that's one thing to help with it, like staying on while you're using it. Cool. All right. Now, have you mastered or watched this part? So the first step is to make a pigtail on one side. I can help you with it if you haven't gotten it down yet. So are you a righty or a lefty?
I'm a righty.
Okay, cool. So left hand on top, smush it down. Right hand, we're going to want to go in and grab as much hair as we can on that right side. We're going to pull it towards our face and then over the headband. Yep, perfect. And then you just want to try to pop the end of the headband up a little bit. Yep, nailed it. And now all you want to do is wrap the end of the headband in a circle and around itself. You're just making a scrunchie on one side.
Okay.
And so it should feel tight and secure. So it just like locks the headband in place. And now we should be able to let go. Cool. Okay. Nailed it. Awesome. And making sure that that's tight and secure is also helpful. If it's like loose and sliding around, that'll also lead to like a looser wrap, which can come undone.
Okay.
All right. So now what we're going to do is start with a small front section. Do you want your bangs in or out? What do you prefer?
Probably out.
Okay. So any bangs, pull them out as you do this. A small front section, and we're going to pull it up and over. Perfect. And keeping it tight. And then we're going to add another section right underneath the first and combine it. Pull it over and under. Awesome. Okay. And then do it a third time, adding another section underneath and combine it. And since you have shorter hair, what I recommend doing is kind of angling the headband a little bit more away from your hairline as you wrap it down. So normally I recommend keeping it here so that it just looks cleaner, but shorter hair, you'll get the curl started sooner in the back if you angle it just more backwards while you do it.
Okay.
So we're going to do it again, add another section right under the first, pull it over and around, nice and tight, cool. And now we're at the ear. So we're going to try to add all the hair into one section.
Okay.
Perfect. Pull it over and around, nice and tight. You're doing great, honey. Awesome. And then what I recommend for since your hair will start to splay out a little bit, is for the last wraps to just rewrap around itself. So instead of keep going down, you're just wrapping the last section around itself rather than going
Okay.
down. So, and that'll just kind of help to lock in. Yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. You don't have much
Okay.
left to wrap. Okay, cool. So now we're going to add the scrunchie. When we add the scrunchie, we want to make sure that we focus on getting the scrunchie kind of like above the last wrap so that it really locks in all of this, because the ends are going to come undone a little bit with shorter hair, and that's okay.
Okay.
We'll fix it afterwards, but we really want to lock in. So I'm basically mirroring how it kind of ends up with short hair with you.
Okay.
So
Yes, that looks,
in.
because I've done it a couple times now. Like I did it one overnight and then one during the day. And yeah, it ends up
Sliding out. Yeah.
a little bit.
And that's why we want to make sure we just lock in, because your wraps are good. So if we lock all of this in, it won't slide out. And then if this comes undone, that's okay, because all we do here is just, you know, wrap it around again and just try to tuck the ends into this one of the wraps. So just one of the scrunchy wraps. And you just
Okay.
try to lock as much as you can in without losing the hair that we already wrapped.
Perfect.
If that makes sense. Nailed it. Awesome. It looks good, honey. Looks
Okay.
good, Victoria. Okay, cool. So now we just repeat it on the other side. So take out our scrunchie, straighten her out, or not scrunchie, our pigtail, straighten her out.
Okay.
And now we're going to take our front section. I'll be like you and I'll take my bangs out.
Okay.
And again, we're going very small because you have shorter hair, and we're going to want to pull it more straight up around, just
Okay.
to really lock it in.
Okay.
Take another section right underneath the first that's small, combine it. Pull it over and under, great. And then do it again, another small section right underneath, combine it over and under.
Okay.
Awesome. And we should be able to get another one before we add it all, because I don't think we're at the ear just yet.
No.
Not yet. All right, one more, over and under. Fabulous. Cool. And now we're basically at the ear, it looks like. Yep.
Yeah, I have maybe one more.
Yep, we can do one more then. Sure,
Okay.
let's do it. Over and under. Awesome. And now combine all that's left into that last wrap. And you're going to want to pull it towards your face. Yep, you got it. Perfect. And wrap it around. Awesome. You're doing a good job of having each wrap touch the last so that there's no space between. That'll make it consistent.
Okay.
You did a good job there. Awesome.
Okay.
And now we're going to grab the scrunchie. And again, it's okay if that last wrap comes undone. The key is to just really lock in all that we did up here first.
Okay.
And it's probably, you're going to have probably 3 bands, maybe 4. 1, 2, 3. Here's the 4th one that I make to just make sure it's really locked in. Cool. And then we can always fix that afterwards. If a couple pieces are splaying out, don't worry too much about that. It'll get kind of folded in when we do a headband look, and it won't make a huge difference, but just kind of tuck in the ends a little bit on one of the wraps. Awesome. How does that feel?
Good.
It feels good. Awesome. All right. So now what we can do if we want is twist it, and you're twisting it away from your face. And that should kind of just make it feel like it's suctioning on your head a little bit more. It'll
Okay.
tighter curls. And then when you're sleeping, you should be able to sleep with this just like this if you want. Move the things around, the ends around, however's comfortable. Or if you want to do this headband look and wear it out or go to bed this way, you just cross it in the back, and the one that's on top, you're going to tuck that under.
Okay.
One that's under, you're going to tuck it over. That's at least how I do it, but you can really do it any way that feels comfortable to you.
Okay. Awesome.
Cool. It looks good. It looks really good, honey. Nailed it, Victoria.
Yay.
Okay.
Awesome.
So that shouldn't slide off while you sleep. It should stay in place. I feel very confident. Your hair is not too short, so it'll work well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it feel better than last time?
Yeah. It's last time it felt good when I put it in, but this time it doesn't feel like the headband is as far back.
Yep.
So I
That's
don't know.
good. I think the key for that, I can point it out to just like kind of emphasize it, is with the first few sections, probably like the first 3 sections that you take, you want them to be very small and close to your hairline. And then you're gonna lock it in so that it's like at least locked in close up here. And then for shorter hair, I usually recommend kind of angling it a little bit further back as opposed to right along your hairline so that you can get more of the curl started sooner. But don't do that until you at least have like 3 pieces locked in that are close to the hairline, because that just like kind of locks it in up close and won't feel like sliding backwards.
Okay.
Yeah. But you did it perfectly. So you're good, honey.
Perfect.
Cool. Any other questions?
No, I think it was just keeping it in. And then I assume that if you find that the curls come out sooner than you want them to, you just put like mousse or something in.
Yep. Always recommend mousse. So I guess like 2 things on like how to get the curls to last longer. One of them is making sure your hair is like damp, your levels down, and then waiting 100% until your hair's dry 100% before taking it out. If you take it out too soon, it's just going to fall flat. And then I like to add mousse directly in a spray bottle and shake it up. And it's a very like lightweight mousse, less product is better. And then moistening your hair that way. But putting the mousse in before you wrap it. And then if you want like even more hold, the best hairspray I've come across, and the only one I really recommend, is it's called Got to Be like freeze spray. It's basically what they use for mohawks. It's a bright yellow bottle. Spray it from a far distance, because like I said, it's what they use for mohawks. That one is the only one that like really locks in without adding weight and causing your curls to go down. Got to Be freeze. Do you see it?
I just recorded it. I haven't looked it up. To be freeze
spray. Let me see. It's a bright, bright yellow bottle. I don't think it's too expensive. But that one is like definitely the best hairspray out there. But don't do it too close. It'll make it
freeze your hair.
It'll literally freeze your hair. Marketing. Right on point. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, but it'll work well for you. You got the right kind of hair for this, honey. So
awesome. Yeah, because I tried I don't know if you've heard of Temu, like the TEMU.
Yeah.
So I ordered off of there first. It didn't work out well.
That makes me happy to hear.
Yeah, there was no wire in it.
Yeah, without the wire, it rolls off your head. It doesn't stay in place. And there's also like no they don't really shape control it either. Like this is controlled to make sure it's like a 1-inch curling iron barrel.
Yes.
Yeah. What other, did you have any other issues with the Temu ones, or how did it go?
Do you want me to go get it so I can show you what it looks like?
I'd love to see it. Cool.
So because I have short hair, it's very long. So that's one issue.
Yeah.
And there's no wire in it.
No wire. And it's also round, and it's like a hard material. It seemed like a harder, right? Like a pool noodly.
Yes. Literally it's like a pool noodle. So
literally a pool noodle. Yeah. I could see
a friend of mine recommended doing this because I'm getting married in June and I always wear my hair up. So she just said, try using this and see if you can get more comfortable wearing your hair down.
Yep. Yeah, this will be good for you for sure. Yeah. The round also rolls off of a round head, which is just physics. So you want to be able to compress. This will be good for you. I'm so excited for your wedding. That's awesome.
Yeah. So
Congratulations.
I like it so far, this
Uh,
product. It's awesome. And it's cool that you're doing consultations and you're the inventor.
Yeah, no, we stand by the product, and we know that when we first brought it to market, those weren't even out yet. And so there was a really steep learning curve. We didn't even know what to call this thing. We're like, curling headband. It finally hit us. We're like, that makes sense. Like, and now that's like kind of what they're calling it in the industry, which is just crazy to see. But yeah, we wanted to start these just to make sure that if anyone has any issues using it, like, we can help you through it. We know we can. And we hope that, like, by teaching you guys, you all then can teach your friends. And it becomes more common knowledge, because it's better than a curling iron. The curls will last longer. It's just so much easier. So want to make this as feasible for women as possible. Get over that. Yeah,
for sure. When did you invent it?
So I first launched it. The OG was June of 2020.
Okay.
June 2020. And at the time, there was like nothing on the market. And then I just perfected it over the course of a year. And I launched like a full brand RobeCurls September 2021. And we partnered. We partnered with Alex Gabori, who's from Canada. I don't know if you know her. She's like a hair YouTuber. She's amazing, but she helped with the launch of it all, and just amazing, a doll. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for your help. Hopefully that'll work. Just kind of doing the front bits first, making them really small, and then pulling it to the back.
Yep. It looks good. I have no room for improvement. You nailed it. So yeah.
Okay.
Plus work, Victoria. You did great.
Perfect.
Awesome. Well, if you have any other questions, you can always reach back out. And thank you so much for being our curl friend and for giving our product a go. I'm so happy you're here. And yeah, have a wonderful wedding.
Thank you so much. I'll let others know about it.
Thank you, honey. Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.